It's kind of like DRTV. Sort of, kind of. We like to think it's better, but it's here on your source for esports racing as we come live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. Round number 2 of the evening for the Dirt Swinging Outlaws, and we switch gears now into the Super Late Model Series live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV with Phil LaCasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, out here tonight with the Dirt Swinging Outlaws. Super late models. We turn the horsepower up. We put up an open setup so that we get ready to lock and load for what is going to be an explosive night of racing. Todd, I am locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll. How about yourself?
Definitely ready here tonight for the super late models here at the Volusia Speedway Park. One of my favorite cars to watch. My ultimate favorite is obviously the street stock division, but I love the super late models, love watching them. Can't really drive them, Phil, but it's awesome to watch these guys get around here and put on a great show for the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Super Late Model Tour presented by Hanover Record Service.
Yeah, got to thank Tyler and all the gang at Hanover for being the title sponsor of the series, as well as our lead presenting sponsor here on a Monday night, as they always are. Thank Hanover Record Service. Check them out on Facebook today, or if you can go over to google.com and you punch in Hanover Record Service in the search bar, try to get his search portfolio up on Google. Give Tyler a hand over there. Hanover Record Service, thank him again for all he does as Heat Race number 1 takes its way out center stage tonight here at Volusia. Let's take you through our starting lineup on the pole with tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time, 15.748. The number 3 is Shane James, and alongside the number 21 of Nathan Kassler. In row number 2, the 60-year-old phenom out of car number 157. That is Drew Hopkins with the number 81 of Joey Lamb flanked alongside. Row number 3, the 111 of Russell Snellings with the B14 of Brian Wax on the outside of row 3. Fourth row, we find Fast Frank Gonzalez of the 04, the 26 of Eric Scalf, and shotgun on the field, the 343 sideways, AJ Cruz rolling off from position number 9. So I looked up and down this field, Todd, and this is 9 high-quality, top-notch race car drivers. It is a lot of fun equipping the DSO on a Monday night with these super late models. We get some of the absolute best of the best, and they're on tap here tonight on your source for esports racing.
Yeah, definitely the best of the best. We got a lot of great teams in the house here. HRE, you got 3D Racing, you got Mud Duck Racing. There's some other teams I'm sure I'm forgetting about. You got the own home DSO league. Their team is the iRacing.com. Pace truck, the safety truck, taking that hard left-hand turn down to pit road. Waiting for that iRacing I flag. Green flag's in the air. And Shane James, probably the best-looking car I've seen in quite some time out front there. And he's leading the charge. But look at the 21 down to the bottom side. Nathan Kassler, side-by-side battle for the lead.
Sure is. And we almost discount how good of a driver that 21 of Nathan Kassler is. That guy is super quick, and he's going to outrun Shane James on lap number 1, give Nathan Kassler the race lead. Shane now going to fall under fire from that beautifully prepared 157 of Drew Hopkins. He's going to look to the left side, racing off for second in turn 3.
Yeah, Hopkins really fast in that 157 machine there, Phil. Looking down to the bottom, catfishing is the first Hanover Record Service yellow flag, going to slow the pace down here on the field.
Sure does, and it does so on lap number 3. First yellow flag of the night brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Going to put Todd down to work down there in the trailer. A BladeNo.com Full Velocity Racing Network gets the replay, and this one sounds like it may be a little bit wild because I don't get to wheel very often down there. What do you got first, Todd?
Yeah, definitely Brian Wax in the B14 goes for a ride, and he really sends it upside down here tonight, fellas. Bounces it off the wall there, had a little bit of help, I'm going to say, from that 4D machine as those guys making contact, meet in the middle, propels them up to the wall there, Phil, back down the track. In front of the 26 yourself, and upside down goes Brian Wax and the B14 machine, and he does a barrel roll.
Yeah, he did. Kind of a little F-16 fighter action right there for the 14 of Brian Wax. He does a little bit of tumble down there in turn number 1 off the front end of the 26 of Eric Scalf, and no doubt that has to slow the action down here at the Volusia Speedway Park on lap number 4 under yellow. And it looks like this time off the 4th turn, it looks like the Star are going to put clench green flag down. So one more trip on a slow crawl around the half mile here, Volusia Speedway Park, Barberville, Florida. Always going to be out here live on a Monday night with all of you that make this thing so much fun via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Got to say hello to names like, who we got out there? I see Jordan Sandoval out there. I see our buddy, our colleague, Brett Rolls out there watching. Ronald Corkwell also over there on Facebook Live as I try to skull up Scott Dobbs, the HRE Motorsports out there in the house. Great to see all these great people out there watching, and we love the support they give to us night after night on the network, and we're getting ready to rock and roll here live in the turn number 3 and 4. The safety vehicle going to make its way pit side. iRacing iFly, green flag back in the air.
And the number 21 machine leading the charge, Nathan Kassler. As James goes to the outside, Drew Hopkins dives back down to the bottom trying to make something happen, but James running the cushion up there. And that number 3 machine doing a fantastic job, able to hold on to second. He just does not have that forward drive off. Trying to get around and propel him around that 21 machine.
Sure does. Drew doing a good job trying to make his way around the 3 car, but Kassler up there with the race lead, holding off one of the best right behind him in that 3 car. Shane James going to ride it through the middle of 3 and 4, almost going to make some time, almost put them alongside to the right rear. He's going to stay on that groove, running the high lane through 1 and 2. Kassler more down low. Look at the run the 3 car gets. We get a drag race headed down to turn 3 for the race lead.
And James trying to make that outside groove work, Phil. He's sticking to his guns in that number 3 machine as the popsicle sticks go up in the air, so he's going to have 2 more trips around the Volusia Speedway Park to try to grab that lead and wrestle it back from the number 21 to Kassler as they head through the back straightaway. Look at James with one wheel of a run on the top shelf for the Speedway side by side through 3. And off of 4, it's going to be James to the lead with 1 to go.
1 to go. White flag on the speedway for the driver. Car number 3. Kassler slips it up over 1 and 2. Allows Drew Hopkins to go by. So as they work down into 3 and 4 for the final time, checkered flag going to go in the air. Heat race number 1 going to go to the 3 of Shane James. Drew Hopkins going to be in for 2nd in the Dark Horse Racing Machine. Nathan Kassler for 3rd. Joey Lamb going to grab the final transfer in 4th. Russell Stellings, Frank Gonzalez, AJ Cruz, Eric Scalf, and Brian Wax make up the balance of our 9-car field in heat race number 1. That one was pretty exciting. Heat race number 2, Todd, looks to be equally loaded and stacked. 9 drivers strong. Take us through our lineup here for heat race number 2, brought to you by Voiles Trucking.
Yep, our Voiles Trucking heat race number 2 lineup is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 18 machine, that's Mookie Haney. The Desperate outside, driving the number 78 HRE Motorsports machine, that's Chris Arencia. And the number 78 machine. Next row back, starting in the 3rd starting position, driving the number 66, that's the Red Racket himself, Spencer Swafford. And outside of him will be the 24, that's Daniel Cummings Jr. Inside row number 3 is the 017, that's Adam Joseph. Joseph aboard the 017, and Bo Reddy aboard the number 38. He's going to roll off in that 6th spot. Rolling off 7th will be another 3D Racing, number 63. That is Clifford Driscoll, and outside of him will be the number 22, that's JD Sassy. And last row on the field here, all by his lonesome back there in row number 5, that's the number 77, that's Gary Bunsen.
So 9 really good fast race cars out here for their 10-lap voyage around the Volusia Speedway Park. And look at that very, very good front row. Chris Orencia aboard the number 78 up there. And the pole sitter, I believe, was the 18 of Mookie Haney. Mookie not making the call, so that's going to slide Spencer Swafford up on the inside lane to the inside of the front row. So that shakes the field up a little bit. Mookie Haney, whatever reason, not making the call for heat race number 2, so that makes an even quicker front row with Spencer Swafford, Chris Arencia out there. This is going to be a lot of fun. We hope Mookie's okay. Mookie, if you can hear us, we're out here racing, buddy. We're waiting for you. You're on the call for this one. Hope Mookie's all right, because we know he's got a good fast piece as well.
Yeah, definitely the second fastest time of the evening, Phil, for Mookie Haney, as he was the pole sitter here. So now Chris Arencia, the number 78 machine, gets to start wherever he wants to do it. He's going to elect to start from the outside position. The number 78 to 66, the Swafford going to start to his inside there. The iRacing.com pace truck pulling down to pit road, the green flag in the air. And then Arencia and Swafford side by side down into turn number 1. And who's it going to be here off of turn number 2? Arencia has that outside groove working for him there, side by side down the back straightaway.
Arencia versus Swafford for the race lead at turn number 3. Looks like Spencer going to take it over. They're going to be 3 wide coming deep off turn number 4. We had a couple of cars bouncing off each other, and couldn't tell from here if they kept it straight or not. I believe for the most part they did. Oh, no, they didn't. But so far we stay green, which is pretty strange because we had a lot of chaos happening there on the 4th turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now we're going to finally get a yellow flag, Phil, but I'm going to show you what happened here real quick. And I was going to show you no matter what, but I tell you, going for a ride, I believe that is the number 24 of Daniel Cummings Jr. Cummings gets into the side of those 17. Joseph comes up, hits the wall, ping pong balls, and we have a guy that's trying to attempt to do some extreme wakeboarding, whatever you want to call it. He's up on top of the roof there, Phil. Is the 24 trying to do his best impressions, and not so good for that number 24 machine. Gonna have to start through the rear.
I give it an A for effort, but the Russian judge was scored a big old solid too, as those cars all stacked up over there, and really was just no place to go for a couple of those. We did some extreme, roof surfing there. Two cars locked together, including, I think that was JD Sassy, the 22. 2-2! That was pretty intense over there in turn number 3 and 4, I would say.
It definitely was, as there was a lot of, we're going to call that Calamity Corner, Phil. Is that corner seems to, everything's been happening over there in the corner. Just a lot of issues over there, and the guys just sending it in here in 1 and 2, and they're just electing to drive on each other, and it's almost like a Monster Jam show there, Phil, where you have the monster trucks, to go drive up on the cars. Well, they're trying to do it here, but with a late model and a lot smaller tires.
Well, they've got a lot more speed than I think a monster truck can get when they wrap it up around these half miles like Volusia, night after night. We come out here to all these awesome racetracks in the outrage simulation, but it looks like this time through turns number 3 and 4, it looks like we should be going back to green flag racing as they work their way into the west end of the racetrack. Spencer Swafford going to elect to start on the outside lane. Chris Arencia going to start down low aboard the number 78. Row number 2 going to be Cliff Driscoll. In the number 63, Adam Joseph in the 017. They're restacked, they're repacked, they're ready to fire. I race a guy flying, green flag back in the air as we start lap 6. We're halfway home in Heat 2.
Swafford with a whale of a start there for the number 66 machine. The 78, Arencia running in that second spot. Third is Clifford Driscoll aboard the number 63 machine. Driscoll right now holding on to the third spot. Adam Joseph looks down to the bottom. He plays a little bit of peekaboo with the number 63 machine. Not able to do anything as Driscoll now trying to set his sights here on the number 78 Arencia. The 66 is Swafford. It seems like he's making a couple of mistakes here and there through the corner there, Phil. Not getting that forward drive off.
No, he isn't, and he's not making no time on Arencia behind him at all. The number 78. But look at Driscoll's number 63. Looks like he was going to have a beat on the low side of the speedway off of turn number 2, but a little bit of bobble there. But Cliff's number 63 allows Arencia, the number 78, kind of stay unimpeded. Swafford up front, gapping the field now by 3 car lengths off into turn number 3 and 4. Next time by, we're going to see white flag in the air.
Yeah, as we're on board, the Monstar Productions on board camera with Chris Arencia in the 78 machine as he looks out his front shield and looking to see Spencer Swafford and that white flag in the air.
One more trip around as we go. Monstar on board with the 78 Chris Arencia down the back chute into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Spencer Swafford going to make his way off the corner. He is going to be first to the checkered flag. Arencia going to be in for second. Third going to be Cliff Driscoll. Adam Joseph going to grab the final automatic transfer. He'll finish up fourth. JD Sassy, Gary Budson, Dan Cummings, Bo Reddy, and Mookie Haney going to be our 9-car field there in heat race number 2. That one was pretty good. And I look at this lineup that we have set and loaded for us here, Todd, for heat race number 3. It just gets getting more and more loaded. There are 27 rockets here tonight at DSO. Amazing.
Yeah, a lot of good drivers here this evening, and Voiles Trucking Heat Race number 3 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 33 machine here tonight, the Full Velocity Racing Network 33. That's the high side hustler. That's Martin Karch. His dance brother outside, winner of the Pro Late Models here tonight. Driver of the number 6, the 3D Racing number 6, that is CJ Phillips. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starter position, that is Warren Samoy aboard the number 77 machine. And outside of him, another 3D Racing guy, that's Scott Dobbs aboard the number 29 machine. Inside row number 3, a Mud Duck Racing, number 44, the Hanover Record Service machine, Tyler Blankenship, and his dance brother outside. Another HRE Motorsports guy, that's Darren Litterall aboard the number 68 machine. Rolling off inside row number 4 in the 7th starter position, that's the number 57, that's Craig Sykes, and outside of him with the number 28 machine, that's T Spees. Shotgun on the field, that's the Sidewinder, driving the number 15, that's Scott Schroyer.
All right, Scott going to set shotgun on this 9-car field as they work their way to the west end of the racetrack. Inside of turns number 3 and 4, a safety truck going to make its way. I thought it was going to go, though. I guess we're going to get one to go this time. So let the excitement build. Let that flagger, man, he is throwing me for a loop here tonight.
He's dancing up there, Phil, like he's got to go pee-pee.
Yeah, I kind of sympathize. I was doing that at the end of the Pro Late model, so I kind of feel the flagger's going through, but I think I see a case of beer up there, too. So probably not a good idea. Probably why he didn't throw the yellow flag on that last stack up in heat number 2. Somebody sober that guy's bitch ass up, because it is time to go racing here in heat race number 3. Martin Karch and CJ Phillips. We're going to go racing this time off of 4.
Somebody says he's a professional up there. I almost think Chaz is up on the flagger stand.
Thought his name was Scott, but I don't know. We'll go racing here at the Volusia Speedway Park. High racing, high flag, green flag up in the air. Martin Karch going to lead him down in turn number 1 and 2, but look at CJ Phillips. He won the Pro Late models. He's got that super wound up. CJ Phillips, the race lead in turn 3.
Yeah, and the 6th machine of CJ Phillips, he's using that momentum from the Pro Series. And how important is momentum? Well, look at the number 6 right now. I can explain it to you. CJ Phillips doing a fantastic job out to the lead here in the heat race. He's got Martin Karch right there running 4-2 in that number 33 machine. Warren Samoya, good run in the 77. He's peeking down to the bottom side trying to get around Karch there for that 2nd spot.
He sure is. And Warren was a guy who really impressed in his first time out last week. We loved the headshot he sent us in there with the flags over his head. We absolutely loved that thing. Racing for checkers. Why not? We don't like to lose. I don't think Warren does either. He's doing a good job right now.
No feathers.
In the 77, running in that 3rd spot. But look at the 44. Tyler Blankenship has that car taken to the outside lane. He is in that final transfer spot down at 3 and 4. But he's got a really good car behind him. Craig Stykes is back there. Scott Dobbs. Tyler going to hold on for the final transfer down to turn 1.
Yeah, holding on to the final transfer is the number 44 machine, Tyler Blankenship. Blankenship now trying to the top side, but the 57 of Sykes, it looks like the 57 of Sykes looking to the bottom. 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Now Samoy way up to the top shelf of the speedway. He gets drop kicked out of the line. Now he's down in there. Oh, Dobbs makes contact with him. Samoy and Dobbs around over there in turns number 1 and 2.
Yeah, and yellow flag going to come out here for the first time. Hanover Record Service yellow flag as we complete lap number 6 here in Volusia. And that's the story over there in the corner. Scott Dobbs into the back of Warren Samoy. They started to stack up over there because they were 3 wide through 1 and 2. The big winner there may indeed be Darren Litterall's number 68 because he was able to stay clear of that. He'll restart 5th. He's going to have a shot on the outside looking in for a transfer spot. We go back to green flag racing, but take us back to the BlakeDale.com replay pod. Dobbs getting a little bit overzealous into the back of the 57, I would say, or the 77.
No, it all started there, and I think the 44 Blankenship didn't really know that he was up there, but Samoy was up on the top shelf and contact there with Tyler Blankenship propelled Samoy up into the wall. Samoy comes back down the track, tries to save it up. Scott Dobbs has nowhere to go to 3D Racing number 29 machine, and around both of those guys go, Phil, in the knot.
Yes, they do, as we roll around under caution here now on lap number 8 around the speedway. So hoping we'll get 1 to go here with a 2 to go signal and get a green and a white and a checker to end this one in heat race number 3. But Todd, I don't think you can see the in-game chat that goes on here through iRacing, but I know we do it here through Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV, where we'll say hello to Cole Coleman, hello to our buddy Josh Peacock out there watching as well. But Eric Scalf inside the race chat says, and this is a good one, I think if I would quit getting wrecked, I would probably be better. That is racing. That's almost Howard Weaver territory right there.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you quit getting wrecked, you get better. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Phil. That could be the quote here on Full Velocity Race Network. We don't have Howard Weaver. Well, who needs Howard Weaver? We got guys that can make random quotes like that.
Yeah, we don't need Weaver. That guy's a has-been anyways.
He is. He definitely is. He needs to hang it up, retire, put that helmet up on the top shelf or something.
Yeah, and go do one of these broadcast deals like he kind of does now every now and again. So we'll go back to racing with the green and the white flag in the air. So one more trip around the half mile. It is going to be CJ Phillips going to be the first on the bullet. They're going to go racing for 3 wide for second. Karch, Blankenship, Stykes, Craig gets really loose. Here comes Litterall to the outside lane. Can he steal a final transfer?
He does.
Darren Litterall going to grab that 4th spot away. CJ Phillips picking up the win over Mark Karch, Tyler Blankenship, and Darren Litterall did a huge send, and that huge send puts him in tonight's main event.
Yeah, he doesn't have to come through a Consi. He's got to be happy. I tell you what, that was great racing right there as Darren was using his head. He went to the outside. He knew those guys were making contact, and he ended up in a transfer spot. So now he don't have to go through these consolation events.
No, he doesn't. But we got
old noodle.
That is using the old noodle right there. Great job by Darren Littlewald to grab that final transfer and going to send some really good pieces to our first of our 2 consolations, which are coming onto the racetrack now with consolation race number 1. Call it the C-Main, call it whatever you will. But we know on the pole aboard the 111 is going to be Russ Stellings alongside of that 57. Just on heartbreak right there. Craig Stike's going to be on the outside of the front row. Gary Budson going to roll off third aboard car 77. Sideways, A.J. Cruz, the 343 on the outside of the second row. Row number 3, the number 28 of Steve Speece with the number 38 of Bo Reddy on the outside of the third row. And rolling off shotgun on the field in the B14, car number 14, Brian Wax rolls off 7th. The only issue for the 14, Todd, only the top 6, like the pros, only 6 of these 7 raced their way onto the main event. Who's going to be on the outside looking in?
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be one car that's going to have to go home, and you never want to go home, Phil. You never want to be that guy that's singled out up on the trailer, going home. You know, I'd probably stick around for the races and watch them. That's what I normally have done if I've not qualified for a show. Only done that once in my life, Phil. Is not qualified for a show as far as at the local track. These shows, man, it's like a dime a dozen. I mean, I cannot qualify for any of these types of shows.
Well, you know why I'm not a race car driver and I'm a diehard baseball fan? Because a guy like me, I want to go home and be safe. And I think that's probably the safest place to be right now is in my seat, headset on, and not out there mucking it up on the racetrack because we would be out there eye-pacing all night long, and we don't want to eye-pace. We want to eye-race, and that is what we're going to do off of turns number 3 and 4, I believe this time by. Pace truck is going to make its way onto pit road. Yes, he does. And we're going to go I-racing, I-flag, green flag up in the air. Russ Stellings and Craig Stike's going to lead the field. Down to the turn 1. Our consolations tonight, Todd, it's like 8 to 10 laps in distance.
10 laps in distance here for consolation event number 1. The 111 of Russell Snelling leads the charge here. Already down into turn number 3. Craig Stike's running in that second spot. Gary Budson running third. AJ sideways. AJ Cruz now moving over and trying to get around the 77 machine. He's going to do so, taking up third. Steve Speece in the number 28 machine. He is running in that 5th spot. 6 is Brian Wax aboard the B14 machine, but the 38 of Bo Reddy also. He's the guy on the outside looking in, trying to make it into this consolation event.
Certainly is, but we had a good race going on for the lead here through 1 and 2. Craig Stike's to the low side of Russ Stellings. Russ has been really game on the outside lane, but Craig has that 57 digging down there, catfishing around through 3 and 4. They're going to race out for the race lead. Give it to Stike's this time at the line and complete lap 3.
Yeah, Sykes in that number 57 machine now to the top spot there. Around Snelling in the 111. Snelling now fires back down to the inside. It's his turn to go catfishing in that 111 machine. He can't keep it glued down there like Sykes can, but Sykes able to still hold on, put about half a car length, but Snelling not going to go away, Phil, as he enters turn 1 on the bottom and comes on the exit here. He drifts up the track behind the 57 into turn number 3. But he's just running out of forward bite coming off the corner, Phil.
Sure is. Craig Stike's doing a hell of a job leading the field off the corner as we're halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go in consolation race number 1 of the night. Craig Stike's leading over Russ Stellings in there for second. Is that AJ Sideways, the 343 in there for third. Steve Speece running fourth. Gary Budson. Ryan Wax holding the final transfer spot right now over Bo Reddy, who runs 7th. They're nose to tail here, running 1 through 6. Well, everybody out there is chasing Craig Stike's. He leads the field 3 car lengths over Stellings in that turn 3.
Yeah, Snelling, like you said, Sykes right now over Snelling. Snelling now coming under fire from the 343 machine of AJ Cruz. AJ sideways down to the bottom here momentarily through the corners and through the back straightaway. It is still Snelling holding on to that second spot, but third is AJ Cruz. He's not going away, Phil. He's knocking right on the door.
AJ is having a hell of a run out here tonight at Volusia, and he is going to make it happen there. Peeking to the low side of Stellings to the 1 and 2. Now maybe a flirt with the outside lane off the corner. Trying to get all the gumption off the turn into turn number 3. Old sideways trying to make something happen on the outside. Racing for second as the race leader Craig Stike's gets white flag on the field.
And Craig Sykes in that 57 machine has some distance between himself and second and third place running Snellings and Cruz. Right now Brian Wax in the final transfer spot, so he pretty much has to just nurse her on home here And Bo Reddy will be out of this event. His checker flag going to fly on the number 57 machine of Craig Sykes, taking down here consolation event number 1. Russell Snelling, AJ Cruz, Spieth, Bunsen, and Wax. Those are your qualified cars. Bo Reddy, the number 38, he's going to go home on the trailer here tonight.
Top break, and Bo is a pretty good race car driver there, and it stinks to see a good driver like him go home, but we knew at least one was going home out of the first consi. We're going to send 2 home in this second consolation event, rolling out to the speedway now, and on the pole is going to be car number 22, J.D. Sassy, and alongside the number 4, that's Frank Gonzalez on the outside of the front row. Row number 2, the number 29 of Scott Dobbs with the number 24 of Daniel Cummings Jr. Row number 3, the 26 of Eric Scalf with the number 15 of Scott Schroeder on the outside of the third row. In our fourth and final row, car number 18, our second quick time tonight was set by Mookie Haney. He's going to come from 7th starting position, and alongside in the number 77, Warren Samoy will start off 8th. So that's 8 more pretty good bullets out there, but only 6 transfer on to the main event. I feel bad for the 2 we're going to leave out, Todd, because they're all very deserving. They're all very fast, but not all can make it. That's why DSO is such a great league.
Down to only 1 not making it here is the Mookie Haney, number 18, not making the call, not answering the bell here for the consolation event number 2. So something going awry after hot laps, after qualifying aboard the number 18 machine. Mookie Haney, unfortunately, not answering the bell here for even this consolation event. Looks like his trailer is checked out of here early, Phil. Must have snuck away here while we were broadcasting.
Maybe we smell bad or something. Maybe we're just not as good as our predecessor. You know, maybe not. We'll like to think we're just as good, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. We're getting ready to go racing here at the Volusia Speedway Park, working off of turn number 2 and down into the back straightaway. J.D. Sassy and Frank Gonzalez, Scott Dobbs, Daniel Cummings, Eric Scalf, Scott Schroyer, Warren Samoy. Going to be a 7-car field, so one of these 7 cars is going to be sent home. I'm hoping I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want to screw it up and spin myself out of the main event, but hey, what do you say? 10 more laps around, final consolation of the night. We go green flag racing up to number 4. Green flag is out there racing. I flag, green flag is the number 22 machine of J.D. Sassy, leading the charge down to the 1, already down the back straightaway. That's how quick these guys getting around here. The super late models around the Volusia Speedway Park. Sassy drives up the track just a tad bit. Momentum propelling there for the 4D of Frank Gonzalez down the front straightaway here to turn number 1. Look at Dobbs side by side with Daniel Cummings, that number 24 machine. Looks like we're still pacing out there as the top 3 rows are all still side by side down in turn number 3. Gonzalez trying to peek ahead of J.D. Sassy through the corner. That second row back there, you got Dobbs racing in that 3rd position alongside Cummings. You got Schroyer and Scout back there running 5th and 6th. Something's going to give here as they finally go nose to tail for 3rd and 4th, nose to tail for 5th and 6th. But we're still side by side now, almost 3 wide for the race league off the 4. Yeah, almost 3 wide for the top spot there. The number is 24 of Cummings was trying to put it inside the middle here. The number 22 and the number 4D machine of Gonzalez, but Cummings had to back out of it there. He's trying it once again here through 3 and off of turn number 4. This time by leading that lap is going to be the 4D of Frank Gonzalez. The 22 not going away on the bottom though, Phil. He's able to catfish it, but he makes a little bit of a mistake down there. Has to rear back up here. The 22 machine is Cummings now to 2nd. Yeah, and I'm not sure the bottom line is the place to be right now. I don't think JD made a mistake. I think the outside lane is set right now is probably a little bit better as Frank Gonzalez now out to the race lead. But look at the sneak peek on the inside. Cummings almost made that a big squeeze play for the race lead. Had to kind of roll out of it. Now he'll drive it deep in turn of the 3. Cummings looking at the race lead. Gets a tad bit slideways off of turn number 4.
Oh, contact made. Schroyer around in the number 15 machine, Phil. Green flag still going to continue, but Schroyer around. But Daniel Cummings out to the lead, like you said, Phil, but a lot of contact being made. Now Schroyer is on the outside looking in. That stinks for Scott Schroyer as he goes around, and I don't know. I know I make mistakes sometimes and hits that restart button, so I don't know. Hopefully Scott don't do it because we want to keep on racing here at Volusia into turns number 3 and 4, and this has been a good one. Cummings leading over fast Frank Gonzalez. Scott Dobbs in there having a good run also aboard Frank Gonzalez. J.D. Sassy's 22. That's who's running to the 2nd spot as I lost a picture there for a second. But look at out front. Cummings leading the way, and this time coming to white flag off of 4. Yeah, white flag. One more trip around the speedway here for the number 24 of Daniel Cummings Jr. 22, J.D. Sassy. Running for 2, Frank Gonzalez, Scott Dobb, Warren Samoy, Eric Skelf. Those cars are qualified in so far. But off of turn number 4, picking up the consolation event number 2 is going to be Daniel Cummings Jr., J.D. Sassy, Frank Gonzalez, Scott Dobbs, Warren Samoy, Eric Skelf. Make it in. Scott Schroer and Mookie Haney go home.
That's 2 good bullets we send out of here tonight. Mookie was out here a little early. Not sure if he got hungry, had something happen.
He wanted a cheeseburger.
Maybe a cheeseburger. Who knows? Scott Schroer going to join him off on the trailer here tonight, and that is a tough break here for these guys. As we move in it, as Todd is talking food in my ear, and that's going to make me hungry.
Oh no, it's going really over there. We want to make everybody hungry out there.
Oh, I like it. And I've got some ballparks sitting on the table there that the wife grilled up here a little bit this afternoon. So, you know what? I'm going to throw this thing trackside. I'm going to grab a hot dog here. We're going to pay homage to this great nation on this Independence Day week. The 4th of July is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's salute America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Is warm-up starting to wind down here for the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Super Late Model Division here. Sponsored by Hanover Wrecker Service. They are live from the Volusia Speedway Park. Want to share out there, guys? Make sure you share our link out there via Facebook. Because for some reason, I can't share a link. Facebook decided that they were going to put me in jail. So I can't share no links, can't add anybody to groups, can't do any of that stuff. So I can watch everything you guys do, but just can't share here tonight. So share it out there everywhere that you can. Let everybody know that Todd and Phil are live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And A-Main getting ready to get locked and loaded here for tonight's racing event. So it's going to be fantastic. You do not want to miss this one here. And it's going to be a barn burner, to say the least.
All right, well, I'm working on my connection issues. I'm once again having the gremlins I had during the pros. I turned some stuff down. Hopefully we'll hold on strong, but I'm kind of a little hopefully optimistic because I'm sitting here at about 25 frames, so I'm going to hope that's going to hold on here to take you through our 40-lap main event, the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Super Late Model Division. What do you say we do this old school style Voiles Trucking starting lineup here tonight?
And now your Voiles Trucking starting lineup. Live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, DSO, Dirt Slinging Outlaws, sponsored by Hanover Wrecker Service. Starting on the pole, driving the number 3, the HRE Motorsports number 3, that's Shane James. His dancing partner outside the iRacing I flag, number 66, that's the Red Rocket, that's Spencer Swafford.
In row number 2, aboard car number 6, he won the Pro Late Models here about an hour ago. That is CJ Phillips, and alongside in the 157, the Phenom Drew Hopkins on the outside of the second row.
Inside row number 3 in the HRE Motorsports number 78, that's Chris Arencia. His dancing part of the outside, driving the Full Velocity Racing Network, number 33. That's the high side hustler, Martin Karch.
Nathan Castle rolls off of position 7 aboard car 21, and part next door to him in the 63 3D Racing Machine, Cliff Driscoll rolls off on the outside of row 4.
And a Hanover record service number 44 of Tyler Blankenship rolls off position number 9. Joey Lamb is dancing part of the outside in position 10.
Adam Joseph rolls off 11th in the 017, and next door to him, the 68, Darren Littleraw rolls off 12th.
Craig Sykes rolls off 13th in the 57. Daniel Cummings, 14th in the 24.
Russell Snellings and J.D. Sass make up row number 8.
Row number 9 is A.J. Cruz and Frank Gonzalez.
Steve Speece and Scott Dobbs round out our top 20.
Gary Bunsen and Warren Samoy round out your top 22.
And Warren Samoy and O'Brien Wax and Eric Scalf making up our 24 car field. Dirt Swinging Outlaws, super late models, iRacing, iFlag, green flag goes up in the air, and we go racing down to turn number 1 and 2, racing away with my connection again at Volusia. Shane James so fast, even I can't keep up with him down the back chute.
Fantastic racing going on. Shane James out to the top spot. 66 and Spencer Swafford dives to the outside. I should say drives to the outside, not dives. Dives would be down to the bottom side. Swafford up to the top shelf of the Speedway. The number 6 right there, too, is CJ Phillips. He's trying to make a go in that third spot, but he's got a battle from the number 157, Drew Hopkins.
Drew Hopkins trying to make it happen to the low side in that 157, doing a heck of a job trying to make his way down below that number 6 of CJ Phillips. Those guys going toe-to-toe down the back chute and into turn number 3. Race leader is the Shane James
Swafford.
Number 3 as Swafford about goes around at 3 and 4.
Yeah, Swafford able to hang on to that nasty number 66 machine, the iRacing iFlag machine, trying to get his goal back in that and trying to make it back up towards the front. Not one of his favorite tracks, he says, tonight. But Kastler now down to the bottom. That's a battle for the 5th spot there, Phil, as dropkick Spencer Swafford back to 5th here early on in the going.
Not having a good night at all is that number 66, Spencer Swafford, running out in that 5th spot and clinging to hold on for dear life because he's got Driscoll behind him. Martin Karch is there. Chris Renzi is there. You got Tyler Blankenship, Joey Lamb. That's really good cars in the top 10. Looking to capitalize on Spencer's mistake as he washed off the racetrack. Shane James leads over Drew Hopkins. CJ Phillips, they run third off turn 2.
And Shane James aboard the number 3 machine has almost a second lead over Drew Hopkins in that 157 machine. Working over the bottom, the number 6 of CJ Phillips running third. Swafford now in that 4th spot there, scoring last time by, trying to get around to Kastler again, but we're going to be slowed down. We're going to restack and repack this field. And the first Hanover record service yellow flag is out.
Yeah, and it greets us on lap number 7 of 40. First yellow flag of the night brought to you by Hanover Record Service. We're going to put Todd Stanton to work in the trailer with a BladeNo.com Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. Todd, show us what happened. I'm going to venture a guess. Wasn't Darren Littleraw that had issues out there?
No, not Littleraw. Nothing awry here with Littleraw there, Phil. As run out this yellow flag. The 24 of Gummings hits the wall. Everybody checks up Steve Speece there. The 343. I don't think he sees him. AJ sideways. AJ Cruz gets into the back of the number 28 machine, sending Speece almost around in a knot there. But then the 4D polishes off his teammate there. Mud Racing teammate, the 343 machine. And those guys go sideways, bringing out this yellow flag.
Is that teammate on teammate violence? That kind of stuff's unheard of, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost we got to do the anti-teammate campaign or something. Sort of like the anti-bullying campaign. Now we're going to do teammates.
Teammates don't throw others under the bus, do they? I mean, I think I'm a little bit better than you, Todd. Maybe a hair bit better. I mean, same tandem, but I think my stuff's got better than yours. I think they changed it as well.
I don't know. Teammates, I don't know. I think I may be a little bit better than you at dirt racing.
well, that takes a lot of talent.
How about a little bit better than you asphalt, too, now?
Oh.
I think you're a little dry now. I think you dried up, though. I really do.
All right. Well.
Dried up.
I may put you to that
Put you out the
pasture.
Put you out the pasture. Dried up. That's what they do with cows.
Todd, you know what they call me? They call guys like me never was. That's what I was as a driver.
Has-beens, never was.
And, well, you're the has-been, I'm the never was. And as our old buddy Mr. Excitement used to say, well, it definitely does suck to suck. And We're not going to suck here because we're going to go racing, I believe, this time through turns number 3 and 4. I believe the safety truck going to pull his way down to pit side. iRacing, I-flag, green flag returns from the speedway. And Shane James going to return to dominate the lead as Hopkins fell asleep. Look at the 6 of CJ
Swafford!
He makes way to the inside as Swafford. What the heck is going on back there with that 66? That thing's even.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he dropped through the field. Looked like he threw an anchor out the back of that 66 machine. I don't know. Man, we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to bring it back up. We haven't seen Swafford stuck in the middle like he is right now. 3 wide! Karch goes to the outside, the 157 machine. Oh, man, what great racing going on to the middle portion of the field. You know, it's doing great. As now we got a battle for the lead. Look at the number 6 of CJ Phillips to the inside of Shane James.
There is a good battle wherever you put the camera right now, and I wish we had about 20 of them on screen because it's everywhere.
We need Howard Weaver. We need Howard Weaver for better camera angles.
Yeah, we do. We certainly do. But Shane James and CJ Phillips are going at it for the race league over in tournament 1 and 2. Nobody giving a cheer. I was fixed back here on this 3-way battle for the 4th spot with Cliff Driscoll and Drew Hopkins, Nathan Castle. Those guys, for the most part, have all sorted out. We go back up for the race lead where James and Phillips continue to square it off. It is a good battle of their tournament 1. Who is it going to be? A battle of 3 versus 6. I'm going to pick 9.
You had them both together. That means you picked both of them there, Phil. Man, I'm quick here tonight. The number 3 is St. James. Out to the advantage again over C.J. Phillips, the number 6 machine. Look who's running in that 3rd spot. The 33 of Martin Karch, the high side hustler. Good run for him. The 157 is under battle here with the number 63 of Driscoll. Driscoll down to the bottom side by side with position number 4.
Yep, sure is. Driscoll trying to hold on to that number 63 car, but he has a mirror full of the 157 of Drew Hopkins. And look at the 16-year-old phenom trying to make his way up through the field. Nathan Castle riding there in that position number 6. Even 21 on the outside looking in. You're looking for guys like the HRE number 78. Chris Arencia back there holding on a position in the top 10, as is now Spencer Swafford making his way back up to the 66. But we're going to slow it down here. 2 laps shy of halfway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Second head of a record service caution flag of the night on lap number 18. Gonna slow it back down and don't turn the frown upside down, but I don't like bringing BladeNote.com Full Velocity Racing Network instant replays. Does that mean something amiss out there happening? What happened to put us under yellow, Todd?
I'll just take a look, and it looks like Brian Weiss. Oh, wow. Exit stage right from the number 4D, Fast Freight Gonzalez. Not so fast anymore. And I think the wall, the tire barriers, everything over there won, Phil. He drives off, and I don't know how he's feeling now. That 4D took a ride right there into the barriers.
I don't know how he's feeling, but I'm going to guarantee he probably has a headache after that one. Maybe some Goodies headache powder out there or something. Shot of tequila, round of whiskey. On board with Fast Frank, and I wish I could follow along because my chat went away here from Facebook Live, but I want to see the hit he's got there. I think my teeth shook when that one hit.
Yeah, he hit a ton. Tough break. Monstar Productions on board camera. Great angle, but you can see the sparks just flying as soon as he hits the wall. No response from the motor. I bet you that motor's broke.
All right, so Todd, we haven't done this at DSO in a little while, but we're getting halfway home here, and I know you like to cheat and let the race run down a little bit more, about 3/4 of the way home, but I'm going to put you on the spot right now because I won our last pick here a couple nights ago. Who's it going to be going to win the DSO Super Late Models out here tonight? Is it going to be one of those 2 guys on the front row? Can Martin Karch do it? Can Drew Hopkins do it? Can somebody else on the outside on the top 4 do it? Who's your pick?
Well, I'm going to have to ride the momentum train. I like Shane James. He's been doing fantastic. Obviously, he's led quite a few laps. But I'm going to go with the 6 of C.J. Phillips because he's riding the momentum here right now.
Ready for this one? I'm going to go double 6. Spencer Swafford's going to pull it up.
Oh, more contact upside down the front straightaway.
And just like that, we're going to slow it back down as somebody's night ends on their roof. And I'm not sure who it was, but Todd will take it away. Our 3rd hit of record service yellow flag of the night. Now on to lap number 22, a wild ride off the restart here. Who says we need restarts? I bet somebody wants one.
The 017 of Adam Joseph upside down. A lot of contact going on, and man, He goes for a ride. Right front broke on the number 17 machine. I'm sure he's going to have to use that quick repair. He's all bad up. He landed on all fours, though. He did a pirouette. Then he did a nose, or well, I'm going to say a back end stand there. Tried to do a back flip. Tried to do a front flip. He was trying everything he could there, but upside down, Adam Joseph able to land back on all four tires. Now he's going to have to go to the aid of his pit crew, Phil. But man, what a ride for Adam Joseph.
Can we just open a new nickname here? The Acrobat Adam Joseph? Because that was a pretty gymnast kind of movie you did. That was a little air acrobatics. The Acrobat Adam Joseph? Is that one going to stick?
It might stick. We'll have to wait and see. Fans, what do you think out there? Acrobat, we'll have to see. What do you think of that nickname that Phil's come up with?
Well, every now and then, I do come up with something good, and sometimes I hit an absolute dud. So
we're gonna see.
You guys help
me
out
of the park.
All right. Well, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV, let chat box. Let me know what you think.
Nobody's sharing.
Seems a little bit quiet. Nobody's sharing. Maybe we put them asleep, Todd. No one's not going to put us asleep. We're going to go single file restart here, coming to the conclusion of lap 25. It is going to be Shane James leading over CJ Phillips, Drew Hopkins, Cliff Driscoll. Now Martin Cart's going to have to restart from position number 5 as we exit number 4. What do you say we go back green flag racing?
Oh, the loud pedal is down. We're back to green flag racing, and the guys are scattering here throughout the field, just trying to make some differences here, trying to make up some spots, because the restart is where a lot of these guys can make up that difference there, Phil. But Shane James out to the lead, the 6th machine of CJ Phillips running in second. Third is the 157 of Drew Hopkins. Criffler Driscoll, woo! And number 63, drink another beer, Todd. In the number 63, running in that 4th spot. Wow, man.
It's Green Apple Smirnoff here, but we're trying our best out here today. All right, you got tea. I've got Smirnoff Green Apple. I know we're running out of laps here tonight at Volusia, as it's Todd and Phil trying to kind of soldier along as Shane James motors on with the race lead over in turn number 3 over CJ Phillips. The race is going on for that 3rd spot. Drew Hopkins claims it. Wait, here comes Driscoll at 63. He's looking alongside. Track race for 3rd down at turn 1.
Yeah, Drew Hopkins holding on to the 3rd spot, though. Driscoll has been peeking down to the bottom, playing a little bit of peekaboo, cat and mouse games there with the 157 machine. Not able to do anything, though, Phil. So far, Hopkins still holding on to that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, back there around 5th, it is Martin Cart. Oh, a little bit of contact for Joey Lamb to the outside wall for the number 81 machine, but a good battle going on between Aritzia. Here comes Swafford down to the inside. Lamb again here, firing on all cylinders here. But, man, it's Swafford, Aritzia, and Lamb. Those guys on any night can win. And, 3 wide. Look at Aritzia through the middle. And the number 78 machine. Man, what a move there for the 78.
Sure was. He's going to capitalize 3 wide. He's going to come out and leave Spencer Swafford and Joey Lamb to battle out side by side. Down at turn number 3. I agree. Any of these 3 guys can win at any given night. And right now, these guys are racing their life out. We're racing in that 6th position as they hit over turn 1 and 2. Arenzi now over Swafford, who's trying to put away Joey Lamb, but that mud duck number 81, Joey Lamb has that thing digging down low. Him and Swafford toe-to-toe, racing off for position 7 on the board.
Yeah, here comes Swafford down to the bottom side here with the number 78 Aritzia side by side. That is a battle for the 6th spot. Aritzia able to hold on, able to keep that hammer down to the outside. The number 66 is Swafford trying to let her dig, let her eat down onto the bottom, but just can't get around the number 78 machine.
Well, we're going to slow it down again, Todd, because we're going to be slowed by another Hanover record service. Yellow flag on lap number 34. And I'm trying to look down, up and down the standings and see what may have kind of gone amiss.
Brian Wax.
I think it's going to be Brian Wax in the B14. I think he got waxed in this one.
I was waiting for that pun. I had to use it. It's an awful pun. Awful.
All right, well, show us how he got waxed.
Well, Brian Wax down to the inside here as he comes up and waxes himself just a tad bit, and then he's finished off the wax job by the number 017 of Adam Joseph. So, unfortunately, the B14 going around shows it Adam Joseph. Tough break for those drivers as they're going to join the tail of the field. Bad puns the way of the land here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
I'm not sure how to finish that one or even follow that one. That one's got me wiping a couple of tears in my eyes. I am not going to lie. Todd Stanton, as always, with the beautiful puns. We're having a lot of fun out here tonight.
Awful
live
puns.
in your source for esports racing. Hope you guys
Sorry,
are enjoying the hijinks. It's a silly Monday night. Todd had to go back to work today after about a week off, and I'm sure he was really happy to do that. Not. Nobody likes sending vacation.
I love my job. What are you talking about? I love my job.
You like your job as much as we like hemorrhoids. How about we go there for that one? But we're going to work around off of turns number 3 and 4. I'm hoping this sinking ship will go back to green here soon because looks like we're going to get one more time. Clenched green flag going to go down over the field as we begin lap number 37. So I don't do math a lot, and I'm not the most brightest bulb out there. But I'm going to say, Todd, 3 laps shootout to settle this one. 3 laps. James, Phillips, Hopkins, Driscoll, Kart's your top 5. Don't count that 7-8 Orencia. He looks really good out there tonight in the HRE machine. And you look, you got Swafford, Lamb, Kassler, Cummings running at the top 10. When does the heavy hitters ever stop here? This Monday night DSO series, man. Hats off to these guys. What a tremendous driver account they have assembled as we go back to racing on lap 38.
Yeah, lap 38. Look at Karch down to the bottom, taking over the 4th spot there momentarily from Driscoll. Driscoll fires back on the outside. Driscoll was making contact with the wall. 3 wide. Here comes Orencia. Orencia way down at the bottom. Oh, Orencia goes around off the bumper of the number 63 of Driscoll. Yellow flag going to come out on the field there, Phil. But Orencia around in a knot.
Yeah, he did. That's a tough break for Chris as he was just making it happen out there in that 78. He was really letting it fly and was giving us a pretty good ride back there. But it looks like this race isn't going to get extended because off of turn number 4, did we just get checkered flag on the field? I believe we may have. I don't see the extension happening. I think this one may have just concluded. Maybe no green-white checker here tonight at DSO. I think that may have just gave Shane James the win here tonight over CJ Phillips, Drew Hopkins, Martin Karch, and Spencer Swafford. I'm going to say unofficially going to score top 5. I was expecting maybe a run of the green-white checker, but they pulled the fast one. I think this one, Todd, it's going to end under yellow here this evening.
Yeah, not sure. It says it's finishing there, Phil. So, not sure. I thought there would be a green-white checkered here, but it doesn't look like there's going to be one here for the number 3 of Shane James. Looks like he's going to be able to take down the victory here because it does say finishing. We could be wrong. They could be waiting on the pace truck. Phil, if they are waiting on the pace truck, maybe we are going to get that green-white checkered. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe. Oh, we're going to see as they're rolling to the line. This is going to end regulation because this should put the checkered flag up in the air. We'll hit the start-finish line, and we'll see if this race is indeed going to be extended. I don't see no flagger.
No. Maybe it did.
No, it is over. It is over. They are passing the pace.
All over.
This one is all she wrote. Shane James going to pick up the win here tonight in that number 3. Set the quick time. Dominated this race, and he is going to go to victory lane. CJ Phillips for 2nd. Drew Hopkins will grab 3rd. Martin Karch, Spencer Swafford running at our top 5. And scoring went all a loopy here because it put the entire field about a lap down. Joey Lamb unofficially going to get 6th. With Cliff Driscoll, Nathan Kassler, Dan Cummings, and Craig Stykes running up the top 10. I'm not sure what happened to the scoring, Todd, but it went fishy. But you know what's not going to be fishy? That's the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show. I'll get these guys screened out. We'll send you down to BladeNode.com victory lane. We'll run trackside and talk to the rest of our top 3. All right, don't need to restart the count. I think we're ready to go here for the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show presented by our friends at BladeNode.com, where if you go over there and use promo code FBRN, you'll get 25% off your first monthly or yearly subscription. Once again, BladeNode.com. Todd's going to go to victory lane to talk to Shane James, and I'll walk down here trackside and talk to our 2nd and 3rd place finishers. CJ Phillips going to grab 2nd. I'm going to grab our 3rd place finisher now. the driver of car number 157, the Phenom, Drew Hopkins, finishing up third here tonight. And Drew had a pretty good, solid, sporty run, get a good, solid top three. Tell us about your race car tonight, brother.
Yeah, I tried the inside early in the race. It was pretty good, but it kind of faded away. My setup was really for the inside, but it came in on the high side, and I just made it work. My goal was a top three, and that's what I did.
Well, you did a heck of a job out here tonight in the 157, buddy. And on a Monday night, I tell you what, the crowds over here at DSO, the driver count, the stacking, the competition, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. What is it like to go out there with a caliber race car drivers to race with here in the Supers on a Monday night, and how good does it feel to grab a top three finish around these guys?
We had a few more coming in this week, like Shane. That was a good run to him. Congrats. Yeah, and me and Spencer have been talking all week about this. We're 1-2 in points. I just needed a good points run, and I know Spencer kind of fell back, but he still had a good run. I'm just looking forward to the rest of this points race.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be live right here on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, where we are live, Drew, via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. As usual, I'm going to give you the floor one more time. Thank you. I'd like to thank out there that may be watching here, bud. Congratulations with a terrific run this evening.
I'd just like to give a thanks to Dark Horse Motorsports, Sievel's Lawn Care, Nitro Lubricants, High Side Graphics, and a shout out to Ryan Underwood for helping me with the set.
Those guys did a heck of a job out here tonight, and this guy here, he is a hot shoe. Great third place run for the driver of the 157, Drew Hopkins. We'll finish up third tonight here in Volusia. We'll let him go. We'll walk a bit further down here and talk to the guy who grabbed the win of the pros a little while ago, but he'll get a second place run here tonight in the Supers. Car number 6, CJ Phillips. CJ, terrific run for you. I think if you guys had a long green flag run, I think maybe your car had a chance at going after Shane, because you had a good solid piece all night long. Tell us about the run you had.
Oh yeah, pretty good run for the car tonight. I don't know if I would have had anything from Shane. He kind of kept pulling little by little away from me, but it would have been nice to have a few more green flag laps there to try.
I completely agree, buddy, but we talked to you a little while ago in Victory Lane, Pro Late Models, fixed setup. We get out here to the Supers, it's open setup. You guys got more adjustability. The cars are more high-powered here in the Supers. They look like a blast to drive, but when you're out there mixing it up with some of the competition we have over here on Monday night, you got to be at top of your game, because there's no slouches over here. This field gets better and better each and every week.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you make one little mistake and you can lose 5 positions really fast. I didn't really have a good setup coming into tonight for Volusia, but I want to give a shout out to Chad Swartz, a 3D teammate of mine. He gave me this setup and got it to the front for him.
It's always great teammates that make this stuff go around for us. CJ did a hell of a job out here tonight, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You got one checkered flag and a second place finish. I'd say that is one solid night. We're via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. CJ, take the floor from me. Thank you. We'd like to thank out there that may be watching. We had a good crowd out here watching this evening.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank God, my wife, and my family. Once again, 3D Racing, these guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them for sure tonight. Cedar Creek Beef Jerky, Ken Skins, J&P Home Inspections, Dirty Grass Soul. Another shout out to Chad Swartz again on that setup tonight.
All right, and these guys plug in jerky, man. It makes me hungry. I'm going to stay down here and see if I get some product. CJ Phillips aboard car number 6 finishes up tonight in the 3D Racing Machine in the second position. Terrific run by him, but I am going to throw this thing down toward BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. But it has been quite a while since we've seen this gentleman on the airwaves. It is Shane James who's in the winner's circle this week. He's got Todd Stanton down there trackside.
Definitely down here at BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. Simple Web Solutions powered by Nerds. Tell you what, Shane, what a fantastic race here tonight. Is able to get out front, lead a bunch of laps. CJ didn't think he had anything for you as you were starting to pull away from him there, but great race. Tell us about it.
All right. Well, we'll let him try. Shane, we got a copy on you, brother, because I didn't just get the message. Mike wasn't working. Give it a shot there, bud. Lights on, but nobody home. So it looks like we're not going to be able to hear Shane James. But Shane, if you got something out there, you can throw us down there in the TeamSpeak chat. I can show it out there for you. Yeah, I can't get a fix. Shane, while we got you up here, man, congratulations. A terrific run. It's been a while since we've talked to you there, buddy. You can give me a couple sponsors out there to plug, some guys to thank and whatnot, and terrific job tonight in a third-place finish. I wish we had talked to him here, Todd. He's a fast guy, a guy we see quite a lot out there through the other broadcast streams out there. Terrific race car driver. So Shane is down here in victory lane, but unfortunately don't get the two-way with him. But he says the car was flawless early on, but started worrying about midway. Yeah, I agree. The racetrack did get really, really slick. And he says CJ was getting worried with CJ halfway because that car was really getting fast. And yeah, we know Shane and CJ. I think that thing way of went green. They had a really good run and battle that was going to come, but Shane's going to pick up the win here tonight. He moved up, kind of an accident. He missed the entry. Car washed up the racetrack, allowed CJ to get to the low side. But hey, you know what, Shane? You let it eat up high. You did a hell of a job. You got the win. The top ended up real good, he says, with an LOL. And yeah, it definitely worked out. Shane, correct. Terrific job here tonight. We're live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I can talk through your chat there, buddy. Give me real quick. Throw me out there some sponsors and people to thank out there real quick. Of course, HRE Motorsports, Todd. Those guys are bad fast. Team Friday. Those guys are pretty awesome as well. They helped the 3-car of Shane James get out here. Envy Suspension. Can't forget those guys as the sponsors are coming in fast and furious. Dirt All Access. That is pretty awesome as well. This guy here, he's got a load of talent. He deserves all the sponsors behind him. Shane James, our big winner here tonight. DSO, super late models. I'm waiting to see if we have any more digs going off. Maybe not, but either way, Shane James and
obviously
says,
you guys. Thank you,
obviously
Shane.
You guys. Buddy, we appreciate that so much.
Oh, we
this
do.
guy's got a world of talent right
Dirt
here.
Slinging Outlaws.
Shane James, and he's going to thank the Dirt Slinging Outlaws as well as we do. There you have it, folks. Down here, BladeNo.com, Victory Lane. Gonna do us on a mute style tonight, Todd. Wish we could hear his voice, but we'll work it in for him. Shane James is tonight, big winner.
Yeah, definitely the big winner here tonight. DSO, super late models here tonight. He appreciates everything out there, too. And we appreciate you, Shane. Maybe next time we'll hear your voice out here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But good, big win here tonight. A lot of heavy hitters, good drivers here throughout the field. And being the fastest HRE Motorsports guy here tonight, too, he takes down the win. So he gets to brag to his teammates just a little bit, too, Phil. That's going to be awesome. So cannot wait to see what next week brings us here for the Dirt Slinging Outlaws. I know tomorrow night we're going to be off. We're going to be back here, I believe it's going to be Wednesday night for the street fights, and then Thursday off.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Shane pokes us at and says, Windows update messed his mic up. Yep, Windows has a way of doing that. Screws up all things that are good. It screws up my connection. It screws up on the broadcast sometimes. We appreciate Shane taking the time out. The type away out there would take me all like the type all what he just put out there. But great job by him. Great job by all the gang over here at the Dirt Slinging Outlaws. Got to thank all the great folks out there watching tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Got to thank our sponsors once again. Hannaford Record Service, iRacing iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Evil One Graphics, Trash Panda Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gen over on YouTube. For Jack Truin, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, Brett Rolls, my partner in crime, Todd Stanton, and the entire cast of characters. There are many more that help us out here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I am Phil LeCast signing off all night. We'll see you back here live this coming Wednesday night. DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights is always a great time. We'll be out there live 9 p.m. Eastern Time on your source for esports racing. If we don't hear from you, have a great 4th of July, everybody. Be safe out there.
Good night.